What's going on, guys? Wade here, and yes, I am wearing my winter coat, and yes, the grass is green. It has been so cold this spring, the temperature is up and down, but today we're here to reset a headstone that's just got a really bad lean to it. And people think about, why does a headstone fall over? Well, yeah, the ground settles, and if we don't catch it in time, it's gonna fall over. So today we're just gonna get out and work on something that isn't gone over yet, but it's on its way. So this is a beautiful stone, just gorgeous. Check this out. You got the columns here in the relief, the Miller family headstone. So this is a family stone, and then the individuals buried are back here. So our project today, we're gonna be getting this one back and leveled and in place before it goes over. We're gonna be using a new product that I've got my hands on. It's called a tombstone jack. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna get this all set up and get going. These are heavy. So this jacking system has 4 posts here, cross members, and then feet that are gonna go underneath that. So it's pretty cool. It's rated for quite a lot of weight. So this is big, but it can do a lot bigger. So this is gonna be fun to work on. So with these feet that we've got, it's gonna come in and grab underneath. So we just need to dig out just a little bit around, right down in here, underneath the lower base. Just enough to get the feet under. And I can tell that there's a foundation underneath here too. You can see the concrete. So this all sort of just depends upon how attached it is. Sometimes they just set this on top of the foundation after the concrete is cured and gone off, and sometimes it's set in there wet. So one of the things you can see, this actually looks like it may have came off at some point in time. This ribbon of lead would have gone along the bottom here, right here. So it's possible that this already came over at one point in time. Yeah, so there's a concrete foundation. I want to try and probe and see how far down it is. Yeah. Okay. Granite's like 180 pounds a cubic foot, so 20 inches plus a rock pitch, 15, 44. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. We're at 14, about 36 plus the rock pitch. And then we're at like 31. It's a lot of weight. Oh, there we go. It's further out. So what I'm hitting here is, it's like remnants of maybe some concrete that have been broken up and put in.
As you can see, this is the Miller family. This is John and Mary Miller. John grew up in Newcastle, which is in the northeast of England. He arrived in New York with his family when he was just 5 years old in 1870. The family continued on and settled in Canton, Ohio for a few years before ultimately moving to Iowa. This is where John met his wife, Mary Elizabeth Hohl. She was just 16 years old at the time. Mary was born in Indianola, Iowa, and her father, George, was a blacksmith, originally from Germany.
Okay, so my right to the left is what I'm facing here. This side has to come up a little bit more, about a 1/4 inch. And then back to front, we've still probably got a full inch to go. And on the front now, we're level. We're really close. This corner still needs to come up. We're a little low right here. So a little high here, a little low there, a little low here, a little high there, but super, super close. So we've got our 2 feet under there. Part of the issue is that I'm jacking from this one, and you can see that it's pretty centered. If I was able to get it moved over more, we'd have a little bit better success. But right now it's lifting more towards the center, so that's fine. I could also relieve some pressure off of this. And that's what we've got going on over here. So we're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, it's that front corner. Okay, good. So I'm not gonna dig out too much. All I'm doing is just enough so that I can get material in with my tools.
John worked as a coal miner, and together he and Mary had 7 children. Mary, George, Alfonso, Bertha, Robert, Merrill, and Glenn.
So I've got a little bit of material here, gravel, sand, and I'm gonna stack it up here around this base, and I'm gonna drive it down in and compact it before lowering this back down. There's just water, nothing more. It's level, right to left, and front to back. My right to left. It's a little high here, but I want that. That's intentional, because as I take pressure off this is where it was sunk. It's gonna sink a little bit. So that's okay, I want that. Okay, we're free. So you see how we started, you can see where the feet are now? That's intentional, I am looking for that. It's a little unevenness here in the stone, but you can see. You can see it's nearly level, front to back. That's what we want. Because this is gonna sink. I mean, for as much as I compress there, it's still gonna settle a little bit more. And so that's okay, I want that. As we get rain that comes in, it's gonna settle. There is a foundation underneath that. It's moved a little bit, but I want that. I want that to be just a little out of level towards the front, because it'll lean back again. So that's good. That's awesome. So the question is, could I have done that with my hoist? Yes. There's lots of different methods to do these types of projects. I use the way that's most efficient with the tools that I have. I didn't have this before. I only had an overhead hoist. So this is going to help me do a lot larger stones. My hoist is rated for 1 tons. I could lift that, I'm assuming, but it wouldn't be necessarily safe with what I have. So there's other options. There's other hoists out there. I can always get bigger, but this removes the need to have an overhead hoist. I don't need to sling anything. I can jack this and work underneath without ever having to worry about the toppling effect of the die that's on top. So I'm liking this. It's the first time I've used it, so this is going to be fun to learn how to get better at this and to do more projects and help more people. Some low spots back here that I'm just trying to fill in. It's kind of hard to see here, but trying to grade this just a little bit because there's a little bit of a dip here.